Don't forget to wishlist Master of Command on Steam. It's the best way to support the game. Hi everyone, this is the 8th development log for Master of Command. In this development log, we'll cover the Overhauled campaign system. But before we do that, I want to show off some new features and improvements. One of the most exciting things I want to show off is that winterization has finally been completed. All maps automatically have both a winter version and summer version, as you can see here. I've been hard at work personally creating these maps, and I plan on creating about 2 per week up until the game's launch. I'm really happy with how winter came out in particular, and if we've got the time, we'll also consider increasing fatigue or slowing units down depending on the season the battle's taking place in. I've also created multiple post-processing profiles for when we add in weather effects like rain or clouds. Something many people criticized in our last development log was that in the Ultra unit scale, the formations looked very blocky and unrealistic. In addition to that, I found that the balance of the formations felt off when you've got this many troops and just one tiny flag representing the entire regiment. So in addition to adding a colonel's color to all regiments, we've also changed it so that when you drag out a formation, it automatically breaks the lines into ranks of 3, implying that you have 2 battalions formed up in one group. This is not the most accurate depiction of an 18th century regiment, but it's a compromise we made in order to improve the look of Ultra scale specifically. And if you aren't a fan of this, you can always play with the normal unit scale for a much more conventional depiction of a single battalion. Something I will say is that columns look much better on all scales. Now troops travel divided by platoon, which is historically accurate. And speaking of historical accuracy, I wasn't going to do this before, but I decided to go ahead and create some historically accurate battlefields for Master of Command. I first started with Chostesitz, which you can see here, and then with Hohenfriedberg. I plan on making the Battle of Zohr next, which would complete 3 significant battles of Frederick the Great's early career during the War of the Austrian Succession. This is being done because I decided to include a small series of tutorial battles which will be voiced and animated, telling the story of Frederick's rise. Here's a preview of the storyboard.
Eure Majestät, ein Verband österreichischer Grenzer, 2, vielleicht 3 Bataillone, wurden bei der Überquerung der Neiße gesichtet. Scheinbar sind sie sich unserer Präsenz unbewusst.
Dann werden sie nicht mit einem Gefecht rechnen. Wir greifen an.
All cutscenes should be finished in about a month. Before we move on, check this out. Despite the game's 2D isometric perspective, you can now hold down C and V to tilt the camera, giving it more dimensionality from afar and allowing you to inspect your troops up close. With all that out of the way, let's zoom out and take a look at the updated procedural campaign. The first thing players will do is choose their faction. I'll shut up briefly so you can listen to some of the new sound effects and music that have been made. There are 5 nations you can choose from. Let's check out Prussia. You can see their unique bonus and malus on the right side of the screen. We call these stratagems. Once the nation is chosen, you can select between 3 distinct armies to lead. This means there are a total of 15 unique armies playable across 5 nations. Players will start the game with the first army unlocked for each country, and will unlock more by beating the game with each army composition in order from left to right. The stratagems are listed for each army here, and you'll also notice the nation-specific stratagem, Junker Aristocracy, is applied no matter what army is selected. For now, let's start a new campaign as the Prussian Cantonists. So the first thing that happens is 3 random regions are chosen for me to campaign in. Each of these regions gets a random mission type, like Protect, Invade, Reinforce, Occupy, etc. The mission type determines the side objectives you are given in order to receive bonus rewards like a renowned historical unit or a new stratagem. We can also toggle off the order view to take a look at the brand new map that was made. Since dropping the 7 Years' War title from the game, we've really leaned into making this experience feel more procedural and unique, and so the map was expanded. You can even find yourself campaigning as far as Scotland. or in Hungary, depending on the mission that's generated for you. For now, we've also kept things simple. The player has no influence over the map itself. It essentially acts as a glorified mission board. The way to beat a full campaign is to take 4 regions, with each getting progressively more difficult. Each time you conquer a region, a different set of 3 regions is generated for you. Once a region is selected, the player is given a randomly generated map to explore, with terrain features and town names based on the region selected. Before diving in, let's take a look at our army camp screen. Here we can see the starting composition of the army we chose, the Cantonist recruits. They begin with a full division of recruits and a musketeer. They're led by Anhalt Dessau, who starts off with the traits efficient and organized. This will boost reload speed and provide additional ammunition for our troops if they run out of ammo from firing so frequently. In addition to your officer, the starting inventory is also unique for all 15 armies as well. In this case, we have a quartermaster to level up the recruits faster, a ramrod to lean even further into the reload speed strategy, a cartridge box to carry more ammo, and one of our new items, a pocket Bible for morale, and tobacco for increased accuracy but decreased stamina. You can see all the new items we just added to the game last week on screen now. I also just wanted to mention that every flag emblem in the game has been completely redrawn, plus some new ones were added. Check out how much better these flag emblems look. And these are fully displayed in battle after being customized by the player. Your objective within each region is ultimately to oust the enemy's primary field army. Think of this army as the boss battle for each region. These boss armies are large and difficult. If you rush straight toward them, not only will you likely lose, but you'll also miss out on all of the opportunities to gain experience for your men, earn loot, and earn money within the region. So in order to build your forces up to face this army, you need to explore the area. You can visit towns, which have also had their artwork completely overhauled, and you can visit villages too. Each location has randomly generated buildings and randomly chosen conditions that affect numerous things. Don't forget to play into the stratagem of the army and nation you chose. I have Junker aristocracy improving my officers because I'm Prussia, and I have the Canton system from my army I chose, which gives me some free manpower anytime I visit a new town. So I'll definitely want to focus on exploring lots of settlements to build up my manpower reserves. In addition to battling armies and restocking or selling goods at local settlements, you can also find numerous encounters scattered around the map. And sometimes these encounters will correlate to your side objectives. These offer role-playing situations for you, and sometimes you'll get a unique dialogue option based on a stratagem you have. Once you've explored the map, bought and sold goods, beat several armies, and upgraded your troops, you're ready to take on the boss army. And if you don't confront it first, it grows over time and will confront you. If beaten, you're taken to the next region, where the season is also changed. You can see the new winter art implemented for campaign here. And so while not too complex, the campaign does offer you some replayability and immersion for what it'd be like to lead your own army. You'll grow larger over time and face greater and greater challenges on increasingly scaling battlefields that become bigger over time based on the amount of troops that you have deployed. Once you beat the game, you'll have more armies to lead that have their own distinct playstyles, and your favorite nations will level up over time simply by playing, unlocking you additional historical regiments to find as rewards in future runs. I think the cherry on top will be adding an Iron Man mode for those who really want a deeply challenging roguelike mode, where one wrong move could spell disaster for your whole army. That's it for today. If you're interested in joining the community, follow the Discord link below, and don't forget to wishlist the game as it really helps us out. See you next time.